I've never been more nervous for a life in my entire life, and I've done a lot of lives, and this is not a lie or a show that I ever wanted to do or ever thought I would have to do. And this has been ongoing for months, what I have been dealing with. This is not drama, hidden true crime doesn't get involved in drama. We stay very clear from that, and those of you that know us know that. So I hope that nobody calls this drama ever again.
Monday, March 5th, 2012, guest posts. Single, 32, female and Mormon. Lauren Johnson received her degree in journalism from the University of Utah and served a Mormon mission in Cleveland, Ohio. A laid-off television reporter, she currently resides in Salt Lake City. Lauren is an avid blogger. You can find her at laurenruthie.blogspot.com. She's also a tweeter at laurenruthie. Single, 32, female and Mormon. Okay, so it might not be that unusual anymore. 30 years ago, I could have still been thrown into old maid category. Thank heavens times have changed. Now, it's hip to be single in a Sex in the City sort of way, or rather, makeouts in the city. Or how about modern Mormon makeouts in the city? Yes, that's it. And just like Carrie from our favorite Single City show, I get to wear Manolo Blahnik heels and a Marc Jacobs dress with added sleeves, which makes me think that maybe this should be called modern Mormon makeouts in the city, in an economically hipster sort of way, since most of my clothes are vintage finds from Deseret Industries, with a few H&M hand-me-downs that slightly resemble a Marc Jacobs dress in a cheap, not-so-Marc Jacobs sort of way. And with all that being said, now I'm back to wondering if it really is hip being Mormon, single and in a city far from the size of Manhattan when I don't even have enough money for those dreamy heels. Sure, the makeouts are great, but I think something else, perhaps, maybe could be better. Just saying, why is it then that the leaders of the church who really, wait, that deserves caps, really want all of us single peeps who have taken the Y out of YSA to get married, buy a house, and settle down not had a greater impact on us? Instead, single adults hereuntoe referred to as essays have continually remained essays. Why? What in the world is keeping us single? Since I am from the Google generation and feel worthy of all answers, I've tried my best to come up with a decent list. It goes something like this. I don't know, timing, commitment issues. I haven't met the right one. In love with the wrong one. The right one dumped me. Trying too hard, not trying hard enough. People like to break up with me. Not a lot of Mormons where I live. Can't get over the last relationship? No idea. Maybe I'm not marriage material. Too busy. Sexual orientation. I like my freedom. Addictions. I don't know. Just have issues, I guess. Don't have a clue. God has other plans. Career-oriented. I'm intimidating. I'm intimidated. I don't know. This list might not have been that helpful. If you skipped it, more power to you. Perhaps answer entitlement is failing us here. I know I sometimes fall into the trap of blaming Romeo for not wanting to marry me, or Fabio for not wanting to take me on that second date. But is playing the blame game in this attempt for finding answers helping? I'm not sure it is. It seems to only imply that something is wrong and that it needs to be fixed. And I think the idea that we must be fixed if we are an SA has got to go. Again, thank heavens the old maid term is dated, but is this unending search for reason any better? Here's what I do know, or believe. I believe SAs see a happy marriage as appealing. We see the benefits, and the majority of SAs that I know have a deep desire to find that special someone, eternal companion. I believe the constant drive and pressure for us to get married isn't necessarily helping. I think it dampens the mood and brings unneeded pressure in our quest for a compatible and happy companionship. It doesn't feed our faith or hope. Rather, it feeds fear and angst. It leaves us wondering what is wrong with us, when instead we could be focusing on what is right with the people we are dating, or could potentially date. Single people are indeed happy. Alright, some aren't, but some married people aren't either. I do have a wonderful life, and I do feel sort of hip. I am looking for someone special to share it with, but in the meantime, I am sharing it with very special people, numerous friends who are a big part of my life and feel almost like a family. We take care of and support each other. I get to build my life, accomplish goals, and conquer dreams without having to let go of a desire to one day find someone that would add to my life in a very special way. Although there is a growing acceptance towards single adults, I often get the question, "Why aren't you married, Lauren?" Sometimes it's worse and continues with, "You're pretty enough. You'd think a guy would just snag you up." If marriage in my generation is about being snagged, then yes, there would be a lot more of us married. But I think that is exactly what is so beautiful about this modern Mormon makeout in the city movement. As appealing as marriage is, with all of its benefits, we are determined to get married because we fall in love with the right person, because it adds to our life, and not just because we need to multiply and replenish or uphold a priesthood responsibility. Those things might be a part of the many blessings of eternal matrimony, but essays also realize there is so much more to figure out. We respect the eternal marriage vow and the blessings that come with it, so much that we are passionate about waiting for that perfect someone. But don't worry, we're older, wiser, and we're jaded. We don't believe perfect means perfection. Most of us have lost any belief in a soulmate. This older single LDS crowd were a bunch of realists who believe in timing, compatible personalities, independence, a peaceful companionship, and therapy. I feel some leaders in the church wish they could just arrange marriages for us and get this Mormon population growing and headed towards the celestial kingdom. I think a few essays wish it too, but some of us are more complex. We have dreams, aspirations, ADD, and a desire to not end up like our parents or end up just like them. Help us in this journey. Please, no more condemning. Be proud of what, as single adults, we can accomplish and are accomplishing. Realize the desire for us to marry is in most all of us. Encourage us and support us. Feed us with faith and not with fear. Help us when we ask for advice, but don't push the wrong questions. My personal answer as to why I'm not married, I don't know. I really don't, and I'm okay with that answer. For some, it happens blissfully and easily at 23. For others, God has other plans. We might not be as hip as Carrie Bradshaw, but I think this generation of single Mormon adults doing great things and staying faithful should be celebrated. I know I couldn't be more proud. I'm also having a blast. My name is Lauren Johnson. I'm single, I'm 32, I'm female, and I'm Mormon.
I filed a civil stalking injunction.
Wednesday, August 1st, 2012. Guest post. Getting a little passionate this morning with the comment section? Each morning, it's the same. I wake up, roll over, drink my cup of water sitting on my bedside table placed there the night before, and then grab my phone and read the news. Deseret News, Salt Lake Tribune, Google News, and CNN are my basic morning go-tos. Before I go further, last night was a more difficult night. I laid in bed and worried about my future. Uncertainty weighed on me. I think I can say I was genuinely frightened. Fear is a very real feeling, one to be dealt with, but, I believe, unnecessary in achieving anything that one wants in life. Fear is the opposite of faith. That sums it up. And although I understand this, sometimes fear creeps up on me and I have to face it. I don't try to run away from my fear because it will always catch me. Instead, I embrace it. I hold it close, as if it were a child with nowhere to go, and I try to understand and listen to what it has to say. I repeat back to my fear what it tells me to make sure I understand. I have a conversation with my fear. Yesterday, I felt the fear of giving up what I thought was my dream career in reporting. I felt the fear of not having a job I loved and not making enough money to support myself or those I love. And then I felt the fear and what-ifs of marriage and love. What if I never got married? What if I didn't become a mother? There were a few tears, but after talking it out, I felt a bit better, safer, and I fell asleep. Back to this morning. I woke up. I drank my water. I grabbed my phone and started reading. The first headline that caught my eye was from Deseret News. Number of older women having babies continues to grow. I read the article with happiness. I could tell my fear had snuck off while I slept. It seemed I had given my fear enough comfort and enough listening and love that he was good to skip off and do his own thing for a while, rather than keep tormenting me. The article definitely described the negatives of later motherhood, things fear and I have talked about before. Energy and health, fertility, generational gaps, but it also talked about the benefits that made me so happy, that children with older parents have higher IQs, better vocabularies, better opportunities and security, and that parents of older children often live longer. The thing that made me the most happy was realizing that it was normal. I knew this. Of course I knew this. Gosh, I only know thousands of ladies and gentlemen just like me in the Salt Lake Valley alone. Older parenting is the new normal. I am not alone. Then I went to the comment section. I'm a comment junkie. I ought to stop. It's like reality television for the newspaper reader. Some dude with the screen name Rock On wrote some lame stuff. Actually, I take that back. It wasn't lame. It was out of touch, sorta like his screen name. He said things like this, with added inserts from me. You make it sound like it's the new way to live. Yes, have the child, but don't delude anyone into thinking that's where society is headed. It's a poor overall choice. Those who have held off having a child earlier than when they could seem to be the epitome of the me generation. Not talking about ladies who never found the right guy. That's an exception. Well, thanks, Rock On. But then who are you talking about? As a woman gets older, her eggs become far more likely to have a child with such birth defects as Down's syndrome. No shit, Sherlock. Again, so long as older parents are the quirky part of the stats, that's fine. But those comments about 40 is the new 20 are idealistic and absurd. For a country, that would be the death knell. Ultimately, the country will cease to exist. As a last resort, it's good to see a woman be able to successfully have a child at 40. But it is nothing to crow about and nothing to make like it is now the new normal. So, I just responded. In my renewed strength of the morning, with the newfound bravery to move forward and accomplish my goals, with fear off in the distance, I gave my 2 cents on the ever-classy comment board. Lauren Matthias, Salt Lake City, Utah. Rock On says, it's nothing to crow about and nothing to make like it is now the new normal. I think this statement is simply wrong and out of touch. I am a single 32-year-old woman, never married, LDS even, and I am the normal in Salt Lake City. There are thousands of us. We're not single and childless because of selfishness or free-thinking views. We never planned for it to be this way, but have discovered it is the new normal because we're far from alone. We are women who will make incredible mothers and have the dream to be mothers. Now we are thinking and must think outside of the box. To find hope in having and raising children at an older age, for the benefit of society and community, everyone should understand this and join with us because we will be the best kind of mothers and our children are this country's future. Later marriage rates, later parenthood, this is statewide and countrywide. It is the new normal. To think otherwise is ignorance. The most incredible mothers will be older mothers. We need to be looking at the best ways to make this work for everyone's sake. And now that I've commented, and now that I've blogged, I'm gonna take the wise advice my mother gave me last week. When solving a problem, pray or Google it. I'm doing both. Today's gonna be productive. I can tell.